Welcome back to Cause 3D, and I just pulled this Darth Vader helmet off of the print bed on our ComGrow, and lo and behold, of all things that could possibly have happened, when I started to remove the supports, I managed to tear up the print. So it looks like it was a first layer adhesion problem. This happens occasionally, so sometimes you kind of ask yourself, what do? Do you start over, or do you fix what you have here in front of you? So today, we're actually gonna dive into this, and we're gonna grab the bondo, and we're going to see if we can salvage this. And who knows, it may not work as successfully as we hope, but I think it will. Let's get to it. And we're done. So after putting some bondo glazing on there and getting it sanded down nice and smooth, we've now filled this completely in. Now I will say that when I did the bondo, I didn't film all of it. I did the initial coating of bondo, and then I put 2 more thin coats on top of that, and I didn't feel that that was a necessary part of this to film. But when you're putting on your last layer of bondo, it's always nice to have these tools. They're just a plastic flexible spreader, and the good thing is you can kind of curve these when you're doing the contours, so that if you're trying to build it up like I was, because I needed to come up a couple millimeters of bondo, and it's nice to be able to get that curve in there and do a rotation and get it to where it's got a nice contour, nice curve to it, the correct curve. And this is on a Return of the Jedi helmet, so as with many helmets that are being 3D printed and designed right now, this is a bit, what I would say, asymmetrical. It's not perfect, especially this ridge here. It kind of waves and wobbles just a little bit. So it's a little tricky trying to get that filled in and continue to make that transition into this ridge. But I did use some straight edge sanding blocks that I don't have in front of me right now, and some sanding pads to kind of get that to where we needed it to be, and then quite a bit of hand sanding on top of that. And I haven't even touched the rest of the body here of the dome yet, but just focused on the top. But it makes you wonder, do you throw away your 3D prints if you have something that does fail slightly? I guess in this particular case, it wasn't going to use much material to build this back up, so the weight really isn't affected. It's still very light compared to if I had not filled this. We probably added a handful of grams. It's not like we added a ton of stuff. But I'm a big fan of not throwing away 3D prints that have been damaged if I look at them and I think, hey, we can fix that pretty easy. So I leave that choice up to you if you want to try to fix your 3D prints. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of an insight of being able to repair this. And it can be done with any helmet for that matter, especially if I printed one the other day, and this particular helmet, it did a pretty substantial layer shift here, and I'm talking maybe 1 millimeter layer shift. Something like this, believe it or not, I don't really want to put the time in to get that entire layer shift sanded down and fixed. Now, I ended up just reprinting this particular helmet because I looked at it and thought, you know, I don't want to spend 2 hours on fixing this. I can throw it back on the printer and have it done in 24 hours. So you just have to make that decision. But I'm not willing to throw certain 3D prints away, and this was a perfect example that I wanted to work through it and get it fixed. So again, hopefully this helps you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you like this video. Drop a comment down below, and maybe I'll do more of these rebuilds, because I have a ton of failed prints sitting over on a shelf over there that I haven't even touched. So we'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.